2 times, then to the left. Now, as I do this, you're gonna see my obliques start to trigger and fire all those muscles in there. See that? Just work it down. The best part about it is you have to come to the center so that you get your whole center core and involved in there too. So you got it. Hit it down and hit it down. Now keep this up. Now, in a couple seconds, I'm gonna add my arms in. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your elbows up towards your shoulders. Ready? And 5, 6, let's bring the elbows. Push in. Now, when we get into this method, you really start to get in the tilt, tuck, tighten method. Watch my shoulders. Over, my shoulders over, my shoulders over. Let's tuck it under, hips under, hips under. And you got it. Now, exhale to tighten. Shh, shh. Work it out. Come on, bring it down. Stop right here. Press. Now look, you got those two. Now we have one more section of the party bounce that's really gonna bring every part of your hip hop abs into play. Now I'm gonna do it slow. We're gonna start to the right side. 2 bounces, then you're gonna bring your feet together with a little party arm up in the air. You guys ready? I'm gonna count 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're gonna do it. So here we go slow. 5, 6, 7, bounce right, feet together, up. Now see how coming to that basic bounce, see how that basic bounce is really important? Now, here we go, look. Tilt, tuck, tighten, basic bounce right here. Tilt, tuck, tighten is still here. Keep going. Push it down and rock it out. Work it down. You got that? Give me 2 more. Hit. You got it. 1 more. Push and stop right here. Good. Now you got 2 really cool standing moves that you can take to your next party. You can be like, I learned this from Shaun T. I'ma work it out with you. Okay, whatever. Now, let's move on. We got those standing moves out the way. They're cool. You got them. Now we got a couple things that we do on the mat just to kind of trigger and fire and sculpt our abs really good. But remember, there's no sit-ups or crunches because I don't do that. All right, let's move on. Now we're gonna go in something called the plank position. And I got my girls here. They're gonna help you out. Tanya's always gonna do the modified version and in every workout too, so get used to her. And Gloria's gonna do our more challenging, more advanced moves, okay? So first thing we're gonna get into is the plank. You're gonna go down to the floor, and I'm gonna start with Tanya because she does the modified version just in case you're a beginner. Okay, most important thing about the plank is that your shoulders, elbows, and wrists are just in line and very comfortable. And it comes with a straight line down to the hips and to the knees. Your inner thighs are squeezed, your ankles are together to give you a nice core line up the center of your body. Now, tilt, tuck, tighten in the plank really only comes from the hips. And that means you tuck the hips under and back. So she starts to tuck it under and back. Now you see how she lifts and the abdominals start to trigger. And she lifts and I can feel it get nice and hard there. Lift 4 more and 3 and 2 and good job. Good job. How'd you feel with that? Good. Now I'm gonna go over here to Goya because she's gonna be in a more challenging plank position. Now, as you can see how she's set up, her feet are shoulder width apart and her legs are slightly squeezed together up here. So she has more of a base of support for her core, okay? Remember, shoulders, elbows, and wrists are still in line to get that good, strong balance. Now, some things that happen when you're in the more challenging version is you start to feel weak sometimes and you can come down like this. This is really, really, really bad for your back, okay? So you always want to come back to neutral position and tuck those hips under to trigger those abs, okay? Hip hop abs, let's get into it. Okay, another thing that happens is sometimes you think you're doing the exercise right and your butt is all the way up in the air and that is not cute. So what you want to do, again, is come back to neutral position, okay? You can always check yourself and always come back to neutral position and tuck those hips under, boom. Just like Tanya did, tuck and tighten, lift again, tuck under, boom, yes, good job. Now, if you ever get too tired in the position, what you can do is bring your knees down and come back in a position called child's pose, okay? You can always come here just for a rest and then just come back up when you're ready. Now that you've got the plank position out the way, let's go into my second position called the C-sit. Okay, I'm gonna go back over here to Tanya so we can show you again the modified beginner version. So when you're ready, you can move on to the advanced. Okay, as you see, Tanya is already grabbing her ankles and her shoulders in front of her chest to start what? Our tilt position. Now what's gonna happen is she's gonna start to drag her hands back. She's gonna bring her hands right to the top of her knees, and then she's gonna lift her hips just like that. So as you can see, her body comes into a C position. Now that's really good. Now what happens is, if she can't hold that, what you want to do is really bring your hands under your knees so that you have good support for your lower back. Because if it's not strong enough, you really want to have the support, and it really, really, really helps out. And then from here, you can start to tuck and release and tuck and release, and that core is always engaged. Good job, Tanya. Now, I'm gonna go over here to Gloria. Gloria has her ankles folded as well so that she can go into her good C-sit position. Now, drag your hands up. Now, she cups her knees. Now, she's a little stronger, so she can stay in this position, and you see she's also in a C position with those hips nice and lifted, and oh my goodness, your abdominals are really engaged too. Now, to make it just a little more challenging, what she can do is take her hands, lift her palms up to the ceiling, and make sure her neck is nice and long. Because once you get into a more challenging position, what happens is certain other parts start to become weak. But never bring your chin to your chest. What you want to do is you want to make a fist, bring your hand under your chin so that your neck and your spine is always in a good position, and then come back out. And what she can do too is just lift and lower and lift and lower, and her abdominals are being engaged as well. If you ever need to rest and you want to build just a little longer, just come back just to rest it out. Now, you have gotten the secrets to flat abs and what? Absolute engagement. Thanks for joining me with Hip Hop Abs and Secrets to Flat Abs. And now that you got my secret, let's work out and dance, 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 work.